Welcome everybody, my name is Scott Patton. You're watching Waves of Profit from wavesofprofit.com. Joining me as usual is Alan Maxwell. We're going to be looking at what happened on February 26, 2015, 10% in 10 minutes. Do we do it or not? Here we go. Welcome to the show, Alan.
Hey, thanks. And yes, we do. And it's almost every day that yes, you can. So I'm going to go look at a couple stocks here with you. So the first one, I have a few marked up. We're just going to go with the first trade opportunity that was good. And that was Google. So with this program, we can bounce around and look at everything and act like it's the real market. So I've already hit the buy now on a call button so that you could see it a little quicker here. So I'm moving forward here. That's 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, and then on the 4th minute, you already made 15%. And our usual markers are here to say, you know, now's a good time to take profit. So we'll do that. And the next one to look at was Amazon. That was also a good move. It's the same setup rules. You get to used to our patterns here. So that was the trade at 9:38 on the 26th of February, and we're going forward, and you can see it's hesitating, but it still looks good. It wants to go that way. It's struggling a little bit, and that's okay. It's not going the wrong way, so we hang in because we're not losing money at this point. We're just waiting, and so there it is, 13%. And that happened in 10 minutes. And the next one that was a good one was Lumber Liquidators. And you can see here we have a market that you can buy stocks on the green side or the red side. This one looked pretty good. And we do training, but this is not training. We're just showing you that, yeah, these opportunities are here. So I'm going to move forward 1 minute, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now you can see this is a beautiful spot. Usually when it does that, it usually runs. And there it is. We've made our percentage. I'll just show you a little bit more how that thing went. So this is 9:55. How did it go? Well, it went sideways, and then it went further down, and then up and down. So we don't want to hang around for all the up and down and all over the place. We just want to get out at our 10% or better. So we took that one, and I have one more here for you, and that's PCLN. So here's another one that was struggling to the green side, and it also fit our rules. That's kind of the edge of where we'd get in. It was still a good trade. 1 minute. 2 minutes, and you made 15%. And so the summary goes like this. So Google at 9:37, we were in there for 4 minutes, made 14 and some percent. Amazon 10 minutes, 13%. LL was 13 minutes and took 14%, and in 2 minutes you made 15%. And this is kind of typical stuff in a day. And
right.
Yeah,
I just want to jump in and say that one of the things that we teach, although like you said, this isn't a teaching video, is one trade at a time. Now, most of these are pretty much all kind of around the same time. So don't look at this and think, oh, I'd have made 15% here, then I'd have made a 13%, then I'd have made a 14, then I'd made a 15. When you're dealing with the market, one of the things that you really have to deal with on a personal, emotional level is fear and greed. So looking at this and going, wow, I could have made 14, then 13, then 14, then 15, that's greed talking. All we want to do is show you that if you'd missed Google at 9:37, we had Amazon at 9:38, and if you missed both of those because you slept in, at 9:42 there was LL, and then the lumber one, and then PCLN also at 9:42. So our goal is just to show you that there is opportunity. Whether you take advantage of the opportunity or not is totally up to you. Whether you let greed get a hold of you and run these things so far that your 10 or 20% turns into a negative 10 or 20% is also up to you. And these are all things that we deal with in our training is, dealing with fear, dealing with greed, and one of the reasons we talk about 10% in 10 minutes is, think about it for a second. If your banker told you that 4 days out of the week you'd make 10% on a portion of your capital in your bank account, not all of it, on some of it, a predetermined amount, if you wish, and he would do that consistently for the next year, how much money would you make? Would you be happy with that? Sure you would. You would be until you figured out, oh, I could do this 3 or 4 times a day, making 10% in 10 minutes, or I could run, and sometimes there's a home run, and you could make 50%, and all of a sudden, all this stuff, I'm not being greedy. Yeah, you are. And you need to set a goal financially, and you need to stick to that goal. It's kind of like, I could work 80 hours a week, and I could make 3 times more money than I make now. Wow, yeah, let's do that, except that your wife or your husband is going to divorce you. Your kids are going to grow up to be drug addicts because you're not there to be there for them as a parent or as a spouse or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, parent, child, whatever you want to say. So there are consequences to all of our actions, and we need to be cognizant of them. So, I mean, there's my little bit of a rant for today. You can make your 10% in 10 minutes, and then you go and you enjoy your life, and you create the type of life that you want, and that's what we're about.
And then that actually was a really useful rant because people think it's just clicking on stuff. No, the biggest factor is actually the between the keyboard and the chair. That means you. The problem isn't really learning the tools, although it took a long time to build the tools. It's the last tool is the most important. So good rant, Scott. Keep bringing them because they're very powerful.
Thanks, Alan. All right. I don't know if you can put up that screenshot again or not, but if you can, great. There it is. You've been watching Waves of Profit from www.wavesofprofit.com. You can get some more information there if you wish. We've got an introductory options course, which we really strongly recommend. We're going to have that on the site there. You'll be able to go through that course, get a good foundation on how options work, and then we're working on a second course which gets into how this program, the Waves of Profit software, actually works so that you can take the concepts that we're showing you now, the opportunity we're showing you now, and take advantage of it. So thank you, Alan, for spending time with us today. Really appreciate it, and we'll see everybody next time.